Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha if you're new here, and I wanted to talk about existentialism today. So existentialism is basically the philosophy of meaning within human beings or the human race, and basically, do we give meaning to our lives, or do something outside of us give meaning to our lives? So I find the philosophy very, very interesting because it kind of puts things into perspective, basically. I believe that basically everything in the entire existence is in fact correct. Because for something to exist, there has to be a polar opposite to it. So religion, philosophies, male, female, anarchy, society, whatever your view is, it's actually correct and it's valid. Now, this will actually go into the subjective truth and personal truth and absolute truth. So if you guys like more information on that, I actually did do a video on absolute truth and subjective truth. If you're following my channel, I try to leave my videos kind of subjective, even though sometimes I kind of give off a very objective opinion, but I try to give a place where people can have their views as safe, because all views are valid and very real, because everyone's reality is real to them. So basically, the conversation or question would be, how do you give your life meaning? And do you give your life meaning, or does something outside you give your life meaning? Or is it both? So this is very interesting because that would mean that beauty is valid and true, and ugliness is valid and true. Also, violence and non-violence is important and valid and true, because one without the other would not exist. So this would actually throw out the concept of good and bad as well. So it will kind of leave the lines of what's true for you is completely subjective. So basically, what gives your life meaning or your innate purpose? Do you think your life gives you meaning? Basically why you are here. And if everything was completely eradicated or basically non-existent, what meaning would you have within your life? And for people, it's pretty mind-boggling, because if we didn't have a society or any type of structure or anything to live by, we would have to basically create our own meaning. And that's what I try to help people create, is their own meaning within their own lives, because people are individuals and very important individuals, and individuality is super important. This is also very interesting as well, because if you ever study the philosophy or the concept of Yin and Yang, either in Chinese medicine or just like the philosophy, basically the Yin is more passive, feminine. It's more gentle. It has a lot of qualities of nurturing or softness, whereas the Yang is more rigid, dark. It more has the ability of the aggressor or the doing. So this will also come into kind of a interesting trait when it comes to soulmates. So if you believe in soulmates, it just means that your soulmate is someone that you would prefer to have better experiences, or you have a lot in common with. And if your soulmate is actually somebody that mirrors who you are on the inside, it's just that you don't feel comfortable showing it. So you have your soulmate that feels comfortable showing that. So you're some people might say that you actually marry yourself, which is also a really interesting concept. But I'm sorry if I keep not saying that right. Existentialism is the meaning, and it also entails polarity. Polarity is one of also my favorite concepts, because it basically gives meaning to all life and all subjects. Ugliness would not exist without beauty. Oneness would not exist without other. Masculine would not exist without feminine. Children will not exist without adults. So everything in life is extremely important. Now, that is actually really difficult for some. I guess that's kind of a difficult way to look at, because if you think of everything as important, everything is super intense. So I think that it basically puts things into perspective, because it means that all life is valuable, and all life could possibly have meaning. And if you basically had everything taken away from you and you had nothing, what would the purpose of your life be? And what would you be left with? And what you would be left with is basically how you have the ability to give meaning to your life and to give value to your life. So this was a quick video for you guys to think about, and I will see you on my next video, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.